Many Christian women know what they should do to lose weight, but they still feel stuck. As a registered dietitian, I've noticed the same mistakes come up over and over again. Today, I'm sharing 5 of the biggest mistakes that can quietly sabotage your progress even when you're trying your best. My name's Denise. I'm in love with Jesus. I'm a dietitian, and I have a passion for helping Christian women lose weight and maintain their weight loss. The 5 biggest mistakes I'm about to share right now are common, but they are fixable. The first weight loss mistake keeping Christian women stuck is number 1, listening to unqualified people's opinions. Have you ever wondered why there's so much nutrition misinformation out there? Well, it is a result of people who are not qualified to provide you nutrition information doing so. So I'm talking about doctors, I'm talking about personal trainers, nurses, the list goes on and on. Influencers, yes, I'm coming for all of you guys. So, okay, first of all, dietitians, to become a registered dietitian, you have to go through so much schooling to become a dietitian. Then after that, you have to go through actually working as a dietitian in 3 different areas. And then after that, you have to pass a board exam. To pass the board exam, it's really hard to pass it. There's like a 50% pass rate. And then after that, you have to maintain your license. So like every year, you have to pay your fees, and depending on the state, every year you have to submit continuing education evidence. And for the entire country, we have to every I think it's 3 or so years. I don't know. I just got my license last year. So after X amount of years, you have to have X amount of hours completed with continuing education to maintain your license. So pretty much as a dietitian, you have to keep learning. You have to keep studying, right? And get this, if you say anything that is evidence, that is not evidence-based, that is not supported by research, you will lose your license. Everything you worked for, school, your dietetic internship, passing the exam, all the money you paid, gone if you share nutrition misinformation. So this is why I say, and guess what? Doctors are not held to that liability if they share nutrition misinformation. No, doctors, they study medicine. So I'm sure there's some repercussions that they get, but they don't get there. Anyway, I'm not going to discuss it, but this is why I say only get your nutrition information from dietitians. Now, if you are listening to a doctor online or some other health professional and they are sharing information that aligns with what a dietitian says, then okay. But if it doesn't, disregard it. Also, sorry if you can hear my neighbors mowing their lawn. Oh my gosh, every time. But the second weight loss mistake keeping Christian women stuck is relying only on the scale to track weight loss. This is a big one because our weight, how much we weigh, is affected by hydration. So how hydrated we are, and which makes sense, right? Because water is heavy. So if we're really hydrated, we're going to weigh a little more. If we're dehydrated, it's going to be less. And if you don't believe me, just weigh yourself right before you have to go pee, and then weigh yourself after you go pee, and then just see for yourself. There's a whole pound in difference, it feels like. But what I recommend, instead of just solely relying on the scale, is grab a little tape measure. Those little flimsy sewing kit tape measures. Wrap it around your waist and just measure the same area each time. Something that works for me is doing the above the belly button but below your rib cage, just measuring that area and keeping track of it, maybe tracking it once a week, or you could do every day too, but ideally we want to lose half a pound of weight per week, which I know sounds doesn't sound ideal, I know, but especially for women, we want to conserve our protein tissues, and losing more weight than half a pound per week is detrimental to our protein storages. After 30 years of age, we start losing protein like crazy. So we just want to conserve our protein. We want to, when we're like little old ladies, we want to be fit, strong, capable old ladies, right? We don't want to be walking around frail, having the wind push us off our course. Okay, so take care of yourself. Don't lose too much weight than you need to. But also, use a tape measure instead. The third weight loss mistake keeping Christian women stuck is treating weight loss as temporary. Come on. I know you've heard the phrase, I'm on a diet. I'm watching my figure. Okay, we have to eliminate that mentality from our minds. Like, just delete it, because we are changing our lifestyle. We are incorporating healthy habits and bringing structure to our lives. And we can still eat our favorite little treats. Like if you like ice cream or chocolate, I love chocolate. Just incorporate it into your diet, but like, of course, in moderation. We can still eat what we like. It just has to be in moderation. And that is why so many fad diets fail, because people are restricting themselves from eating their favorite food, the food that brings them so much joy. I mean, God gave us taste receptors for a reason, right? So it's best to just not treat it as temporary. Let's treat it as like a lifestyle change. The fourth weight loss mistake keeping Christian women stuck is only being active at the gym. Going to the gym is amazing, but the average American woman sits 13 hours a day. Like, just wrap your mind around that. And the research shows that standing and walking burns more calories than sitting. I mean, obviously, right? That's common sense. But just adding 2 more hours of standing to your day helps you lose 128 calories. Isn't that crazy? And by just standing instead of sitting, you are losing 1 extra calorie per minute. And you don't have to like carve out more time into your like already busy schedule. You can just take really like small little steps to move more. For example, my exercise physiology professor in college, he said that every time he got a text message, he would stand up to respond to it. Or every time he had to answer an email, he would stand up and do it. And then over time, he ended up switching his desk. He had a regular desk and he switched to a standing desk, and he said he lost like 6 pounds just by changing that, and he kept everything else the same. So it's kind of crazy how that happens. Another thing, one of my Pilates friends at the gym, so she said she parks we have a parking garage that connects to the gym. So she parks at the lowest level, like the farthest level, and then takes the stairs up to the Pilates class. So there are like little things that you can do. Like another idea is walking. If you're meeting up with your girlfriends, maybe you guys can all meet at someone's house and walk to the restaurant, or you can park farther and then just walk to the store. It's all about just incorporating more movement, like moving more, sitting less. And that is actually the definition of living an active lifestyle. Just try not to sit, and that will be better. Because if you think about it, if we're only moving at the gym, at most, that's like an hour and a half. And that's being very generous. Most people only spend like an hour at the gym or 30 minutes. So if people are only moving for 30 minutes to an hour every 3 to 5 days, that is just not enough. not enough. The fifth weight loss mistake keeping Christian women stuck is only taking into account physical health, but not emotional or spiritual health, because spiritual and emotional health are so important. First of all, they reduce our stress levels, and having lower cortisol levels are great for weight loss, because having high cortisol levels affects weight gain. And therefore, like focusing on prayer, on meditation, reading scripture, going to church, spending time with your community, that is going to fill your cup, and that is going to make you feel so good. Also, when you're struggling with something, make sure you bring it to God and pray for help. Like pray for wisdom. He will give it to you. And lastly, treat your journey as a journey. It's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. But also, we should not shame ourselves when we mess up or when we slip up, because we should treat it as just stewardship. We are just stewarding the beautiful, amazing, wonderful life and body that our beautiful God has given us. It is a miracle that we're here. Life is a gift, and we should treat it as such. I love you guys so much. I'm so excited to see what God is doing through this channel and is going to do through this channel. And next week's video, I'm going to share with you guys how I actually incorporate healthy food into my diet. And I'm also like super duper busy, so it'll be nice to share with you how I manage busy life and healthy eating. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. I love you. Bye. Mwah.